Good morning, brothers and sisters, and welcome to another shift video. Today I wanted to shift our reliance. What do I mean by that? It sounds so silly. Well, if you're relying on yourself or you're relying on any other human being, then you need to shift that reliance and you need to start relying on God. Now, reliance equals trust. If you cannot trust someone completely and utterly, you cannot rely on them. How many times have we said that we rely on people, but then they fail us? Well, people are human, and they may just, do that. God, however, will never fail you. He will never fail you. And I'm going to show you now from his word where Paul speaks to the fact that he will never fail you. The issue, however, is from with us. If we take the resolution of our problems and we try to rely that we ourselves from within ourselves can attend to our issues and our problems, we will never learn to rely on God. We got to rely on God like an infant child relies on its parents. He or she relies that their parents will give them food. They can't do it themselves. They can't get up. They can't go anywhere. All they can do is call out and say, I am hungry. They then rely on their parents to feed them. That is reliance. That is utter reliance. Now we need to rely on God to feed us, to help us, to save us out of our problems, to give us favor. Now, two things are vitally important here. Let's have a look at it. If we go to 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 8 all the way through to 11, let me read and show you what God has so beautifully illuminated for us. We do not want you to be uninformed, brothers, about the hardships we suffer in the province of Asia. We were under great pressure, far beyond our ability to endure, so that we despaired even of life. Indeed, in our hearts we felt the sentence of death. That's an important statement. Beyond our ability to endure. In other words, we can no longer do anything ourselves. And that's where God's favor steps in. That's where God says, rely on me. I will do for you. I will undertake. But this happened that we might not rely on ourselves, but on God. There he says it. Who raises the dead. So he adds that sentence, or half a sentence. Who raises the dead. Why? So that we're very clear about who it is that we're going to be relying on. The almighty, only true God who can raise the dead. Who else can do that? And if he can raise the dead, can he not undertake for us? Let's continue. Verse 10. He has delivered us from such a deadly peril, and he will deliver us. Full stop. Not deliver us again. He has delivered us from such a deadly peril, and he will deliver us. In other words, it's never going to end. God will deliver us. I rely on him. He will deliver us. I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't know what he's going to do, but he will deliver us. On him we have set our hope that he will continue to deliver us, and as you help us by your prayers. That we got to be in prayer all the time, and we got to go to our brethren and ask them to pray with us. Then many will give thanks on our behalf for the gracious favor granted us in answer to the prayers of many. So two things there. We must learn to rely on God, but when we rely on God, we must go to him in prayer. It doesn't help that, I'm going to rely on God now, sit back, do nothing. No. We must do everything that we can, that is right, within our capability. God expects of us to work, but he undertakes to give us favor, and he undertakes to deliver us. Now we must go to our brethren, our brothers and sisters, and ask them to pray with us. What are we going to pray for? That God will give us favor, that he will deliver us from the trial that we're in, but that he will also give us the reliance that we need on him. He will give us the reliance we need to rely on him and to trust him, that regardless of what it is that he tells us to do, that we will trust and obey and do that, and trust and know and rely that he has the best and perfect plan for us. This is very difficult, brothers and sisters, but Paul knew what it meant. He knew what it meant to be in trial. God knows where you are, and he knows what this problem is. He also knows what the solution is, but he wants us to rely on him utterly, rely on him continually. Shift your reliance, my brothers and sisters. Rely on him. Come to him humbly. Pray to him and ask him, and then thank him, because Jesus said, He said in Mark, it's quite interesting. He said in Mark, believe that you have it, and you shall have it. He says, believe in your heart. Believe in your heart. When you pray, believe in your heart that you have received it, and you shall have it. Now, I'm not going to be one of these people who can say, God is going to give you everything you want and there'll be a Ferrari in your driveway tomorrow. No. I think what God is saying is when you believe in your heart that you have received something you've prayed for, then you will have it, because God will promise you, and He always has, that He will deliver His children. Let's shift our reliance and rely on Him. God bless you, brothers and sisters. Until next time, goodbye.